We all have this picture in our heads, right? The person we want to be, the things we want to accomplish. But what's that one thing that always seems to get in the way? Well, it's probably not what you think. Today, we're going to talk about the one tool that helps you crush the single biggest habit holding pretty much everyone back.
So what's the deal? Why do we fail? It's a tough question. And we're really good at blaming stuff we can't control. Not enough talent, not enough money, bad luck. But what if the real answer is way, way simpler? What if it's something that's been in our control the whole time?
Does that sound familiar? Yeah, that right there, that's the dream killer. It's not about a lack of ability. Come on. It's about that huge library of excuses we have for not starting today. The real bad guy here is the simple habit of making excuses.
Let's actually give this thing a name. Let's call it the excuse trap. And that's exactly what it is. It's like this prison we build for ourselves, brick by brick, where we convince ourselves that our reasons for not doing something are totally valid. But they're not. They're just a trap.
Think about that for a second. Every time you say, I'm just too tired, or I don't have enough time right now, boom, you're hammering another nail into this house of failure. It's a place designed to keep you stuck, to keep you right where you are and miles away from what you could actually be.
Okay, so if we're locked in this trap, what's the escape plan? How do we get out? Well, there is a master key. There is one single solution that is powerful enough to break any chain of excuses you can come up with. And that key is self-discipline. Let's get really clear on what we mean by self-discipline. It is the ability to do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Notice what's missing there? Feelings, motivation, inspiration. Self-discipline is about pure action, totally separate from your mood, and in that way, it's basically a superpower.
And look, this isn't some new idea. The ancient philosophers knew this. The point here is that before you can go out and conquer your career or your goals or anything else, you have to win the battle inside your own head first. Self-discipline, that's the first and most important victory.
And here's the best part, the most empowering part of this whole thing. Self-discipline is not something you're born with. It's a skill. Seriously, think of it just like a muscle. The more you work it out, the stronger it gets. And that means anyone can develop it. You just have to practice.
All right, so where does this muscle actually get you results? Where does it make the biggest difference? Well, discipline totally changes the game in 3 huge areas of your life.
Yeah, we're talking about the big 3 here. First, your personal life. It literally shapes who you are as a person. Second, your career and your money, driving your achievements. And third, and maybe most importantly, your overall happiness and how you feel every day.
And really, it all boils down to one simple choice that you make over and over. The person without discipline, they choose what feels good right now, hitting the snooze button, watching one more episode. But the disciplined person, they choose what leads to a better future, waking up early, finishing that project. It's a simple choice, but it changes everything.
Okay, so we get it. We know what it is, why it's a big deal, but how do we actually build this muscle? Let's get practical. Let's walk through a clear, simple framework you can use.
Think of this as your 4-step workout. Step 1, make a decision. And be crazy specific. Not I'll work out more. No, it's I will walk for 20 minutes. Step 2, give it a hard deadline. I will do it today at 5 p.m. Step 3, act immediately. Don't wait. Put your walking shoes by the door right now. That's the key. And step 4, repeat it. Do it again tomorrow and the next day until it's as automatic as brushing your teeth.
Every single day, you're standing at this fork in the road. On one side, you've got the path of excuses. That leads to blaming other people, procrastination, short-term comfort, and eventually, frustration and regret. On the other side, the path of discipline. That's about taking responsibility, taking action, long-term growth, and that amazing feeling of accomplishment. You choose your path with every little thing you do.
So what's the end game here? We've talked about goals and success, sure. But the ultimate reward, the real prize for living a disciplined life, is something way deeper.
This is it. This is the whole point. The fancy car, the job title, the money. Look, those things are fine, but they're just byproducts. The real, lasting prize is who you become on the inside. It's that feeling you get when you actually keep the promises you make to yourself.
And these rewards, they all build on each other. When you consistently do what you say you're going to do, you build this unshakable self-respect. And that respect, it leads to deep confidence. And that confidence gives you this genuine pride in yourself. And all of that together,
That's what true freedom feels like.
And at the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? Not being a victim to your moods or your circumstances or your own excuses. Self-discipline puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. It's the very definition of personal power.
So let me leave you with this one question. Don't think about changing your entire life tomorrow. That's too big. Think smaller. Think right now. Just think about that list of excuses you tell yourself all the time. Pick one, just one, and decide right now that you are going to defeat it. That's it. That's where it all begins.